a new toy, I have to have a patent on it. Now, I learned a lot from a mentor, this mentorship. I learned to be resourceful, creative, and to be adaptable, flexible. And my mentor helped me to learn about how to create a business plan because he gave me the book. And that could seem like lazy, but that book was actually very, very detailed. And it taught me a lot in depth. And I'm going to use that book for every business I plan to do. And he taught me how to have business relationships. He taught me that in business, it is very important to have good business professional relationships with manufacturers, partners, and clients. Because your clients and these people are one of your critical success factors. They're the lifeblood of your business. They're the wheels that allow your business to roll on. And he also gave me advice for starting a business, such as make sure your customer is always happy. Though the customer isn't always right, but do try to make sure your business with them isn't jeopardized by unprofessional behavior. Some challenges I faced was learning the process of patents, because the book, in the business plan book, it talked about it a little bit, and it helped to have a good kind of small understanding. But I found the best thing to do was to go to the U.S. Patents Office and to look on their website on the step-by-step process for starting a patent, and looking at reliable sources, videos on YouTube that could be used, that were very informative in teaching me the basic structure of patents. I had to learn it like 3 times because it could be very complicated. Another challenge was making the business plan. There's another thing I had to learn how to be certain of too, because making a business plan, it's one of the most important things with a business. I already said why, because without it, you're gonna be lost. You're gonna go through strains in your business sometime, and it could get overwhelming and you won't know what to do. But if you have your business plan, it always keeps your eyes on the goal. And it was kind of hard to learn it because it's a pretty big book, and it does say a lot of things, and it's not just plain up, this is what you do step by step. It really helps you to understand why you need it and its importance. And it was pretty challenging, but thankfully I'm literate. Another challenge was designing the product. I wanted to make a very good product. I want to make one that was durable, could be used for the next few years, like a fidget spinner. I wanted to make sure it was something that could catch the cultural part of pretty much just the American society. I wasn't too worried about getting international yet. And I wanted to make sure that it was the best it could be. And I was fairly certain that I made a good design until I learned that a company in Australia, late into the mentorship, actually did it better than me. So I was pretty discouraged from selling this as a business, and because I didn't know if I would actually make any profit off of it. However, at the student senior expo, I learned that I could still use my design, because whenever I was standing next to my board, I learned a kid next to me. I showed him what it was. I showed him that it was a fidget toy, and I let him play with it. I didn't give him any direction. I just wanted to see how they would play with it. And they showed me that you could play with it in more ways than I imagined. Because I was focused on making it in a specific way, I didn't realize it could be used in multiple ways. So because of that, I'm putting it back on my production line. But what is my product? So my product is a fidget toy. Right here is some other fidget toys I wanted to do, but I didn't have time for this mentorship. But right here is the fidget toy I was able to make. And I made 2 prototypes before I made the ultimate design. And I wanted to make a business from it. I wanted to have mass production with it by the end of this mentorship. However, I overestimated how much could be done in a few months. And I didn't have enough time. So that's why I limited the objective of the mentorship down to just laying down the groundwork for making this successful. And I wanted this to be the first toy to an extensive lineup of fidget toys, which would have been these right here on the left. I wanted to have a rollout of them. And then I wanted to use the money from the initial one to reinvest in my company to make these other fidget toys and to continue to make money and then reinvest into the company. like to thank my mentor for spending the last 2 years teaching me all the things I want to learn and help me to understand what I'm about to get into and what I plan to do for the rest of my life. And I want to thank my teacher for being patient with me, kind, and always having time to answer my questions. And I want to thank my parents for helping me where they could. Here's my work cited, and are there any questions? Yes.
Do you have either the prototype or the finished fidget toy with you right now?
Yes, I have all three. You gotta set them out.
Why don't you hand it to her?
Yeah, let him see it. Touch it.
I did.
So-
Oh, okay.
After he started talking about this, I started noticing like
Did
this
you
is
use
carrying a
like a
Gatorade bottle. I'm always like twisting the top loose and on.
Yeah.
And I'm like
The
this.
second. And
Wait a minute.
Or clicking the
this
pin.
was
Mm-hmm.
final. And you can see how I went from all plastic. That was for me to cheapen the cost of making it.
So how much do you think each one would sell for?
Each one could probably sell for, I think like 99 cents. Or a couple, maybe $2 or $1.
Oh, I like this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I did metal. Because I made another prototype, which was on the drawing, and I didn't have one because they all broke.
Mm.
But that, I found out that the metal was the best one to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see with the first few, I tried to do pure plastic, but it doesn't have the exact elasticity.
Did you 3D print these?
Yes, I had to 3D model it and print. I even made a website for this too, because I was really trying to make it, but it was already too late. And
Well, after you get them done, you should bring some to class.
right,
Yeah.
there's a lot to make.
too magnetized?
Hey, that's a good idea. Just magnets on it.
Oh, that is
Oh, there's a
good.
spring. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't see there was a spring.
Yeah.
Actually, it is a good idea.
Weird thing.
Magnets are.
I like magnets.
I do too.
Everybody does.
Did you want to play?
Yeah, you can see with the plastic.
Why don't you want to play?
He can't
They'll
come
say there
out.
are 3 prototypes.
Yeah, he printed it for the 3D printer. I like the other ideas you have, but we gotta.
What's the material feel on that? Is it like a
It's a plastic.
rubbery, like soft plastic?
It's a soft plastic.
Not plastic.
That one's softer even. But it has a,
Yeah, the great.
yeah. But this one's ridgy so that, I mean, even the ridgy gives a little more satisfaction when you're playing with it.
He's looking
And I was like, growing up, my favorite toy was a pen, and I used to get in trouble. Like, stop clicking that pen.
Uh-huh, yeah,
I couldn't stop clicking it.
yeah.
You can see how.
What kind of plastic is it?
I think
ABS?
it is.
Yes,
No, I don't think it's ABS.
It's
I
not.
think it's PLA.
PLA.
TLA?
Yeah, he was looking for the one with the most elasticity and wouldn't break.
Hmm.
How much does it cost to make them?
So far, since I'm only doing like one by one, it's like $2. But if I was doing mass production, I think it'd be
About
like
the
50
cost.
cents.
Yeah.
Mhm.